For the last 30 days, I posted a video on YouTube every single day. And when I started, I had zero idea what I was doing. I didn't know who my niche was. I didn't know who I was talking to. I didn't know what my thumbnail should look like. And I was still pretty uncomfortable with the idea of people that I actually know finding this channel. But I gave myself only one rule: for 30 days, post the video. Don't wait until the channel makes sense or until I'm confident or I'm good at it or whatever. Just make the video and put it out. Now, am I a YouTube sensation? Absolutely not. But 57 people found this new channel and watched some lady sit outside talking about her life and was like, yeah, I'm trying to stick around for more of this. And honestly, that is so wild to me, but the most valuable thing that's come from all of this is the confidence that came from doing something that has been on my mind for just so long, starting a YouTube channel, and I'm able to learn like what ideas resonate with others and which ones that I thought were going to be super interesting just like really fell flat. But all of that is so useful because 30 days ago, I was trying to think my way into figuring out what this channel should be. And 30 days later, I actually have the evidence. And I think that's the biggest thing that these 30 days taught me, like not just about YouTube, but about my life and my habits, because like I realize how often I want to know exactly like how something is going to work before I allow myself to begin. Like I want the plan. I want the outcome. I want to know if I'm making the right choice. I'm trying to feel ready. And this YouTube experiment forced me to do the literal opposite of all those things. Like I did it before I was ready, and I let doing it teach me what to do in the future. For you, it could be a variety of things, like whether you're trying to start your own channel or like change your career somewhere, start a business, leave something behind, or you've just been like sitting on an idea because you don't know whether it'll work. Like, I want to talk about what these 30 days really taught me, because sometimes we don't need more time to think. And sometimes action is the information that thinking will never, ever, ever give you. So when I started this, I could have spent months preparing, and preparation feels productive, like when you're going through it. And that's the dangerous thing, because sometimes I could have searched different cameras or like studied the algorithm or made a strategy or spent 3 weeks choosing the perfect font. And I could have told myself like, I'm working on my YouTube channel. Without ever even having a YouTube channel. I've done iterations of that in so many other areas of my life. Like I've wanted to know exactly how something was going to turn out before I allowed myself to begin. And like, I don't think that's necessarily like a bad quality. Like I am a planner. I do like information and like making thoughtful decisions. But there's a point where preparation stops preparing you. And it starts protecting you. Because if I'm still preparing, I don't have time to figure out whether I'm good or not. I don't have time to like risk embarrassing myself or to change anything or to be seen doing or saying anything. And that last one for me was huge. And so I decided that for 30 days, the goal was not going to be like, make amazing videos. It was going to be publish it. Did you hit publish or not? That's it. And so 30 days later, here are the actual results, and they're not going to blow anything or anybody out the water. 4,600 views, 87 watch hours, and 57 subscribers. One of my most watched videos from this experiment ended up being called Healing Your Fear of Being Seen, which is funny because I was very much still healing my fear of being seen, like while making that video. It's so funny because like starting YouTube is such a bizarre exercise in being perceived. Like, like you sit in your house and you turn on a camera and you talk to yourself, and then maybe you edit it, maybe you don't, and then you voluntarily upload it to the internet for strangers and maybe everybody you've ever met in your entire life to go look at. What a hobby. And the first few times I hit upload, like every single video felt so important. Like, how do I look? Do I sound stupid? Was that thought interesting or clear enough? Like, what if somebody from my job finds this? What if nobody watches it? Like, what if people do watch, like, what do they think about it? And I think the fear of being seen shows up, of course, in way more other areas than YouTube. Like, sometimes we say we want a different life, but a different life would require people to actually see us choose differently. Like, maybe your family knows you as the responsible one, or maybe everybody says that you're going to stay in that career, or maybe you've always been the person that doesn't take any risks in your life, or maybe you've been talking about starting something for years. Maybe the version that people know of you is starting to feel too small. Like, changing privately is one thing. Changing when people can see you, that is so different, because now somebody can have an opinion. And posting every day taught me to get a little bit more comfortable with that. And something really interesting started happening. Like, the videos became less precious. I think perfectionism thrives like when we treat everything like the big thing, you know, like, this is the video, this is like the application, the opportunity, like the decision. So it has to be perfect. But when I knew that I was just making another video tomorrow, today's video could just be today's video. Maybe it was great. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I rambled. You know, maybe I made a thumbnail that I actually ended up hating 3 days later. Maybe 200 people watched it. Maybe 9 people watched it. Okay, we're doing it again tomorrow. And there's something that is incredibly freeing about having another rep, because suddenly, like, you're not trying to prove yourself with only one attempt. Like, you're learning. And I think a lot of us need to give ourselves more than like one attempt at things. Like, we try something once and then immediately start evaluating ourselves. Like, are we good at this? Like, I don't know if this is for me. Like, this isn't working. Like, girl, you've only done it one time. Like, you don't have any data yet. Like, you have an experience. And this is probably one of my favorite things that I learned. Like, I think we talk about confidence as though it's something you're supposed to acquire before you act. Like, once I'm confident enough, like, I'll post. Once I'm confident enough, I'll apply. I'll travel alone. I'll tell them what I actually want, like what I actually think. Or once I'm confident enough, I'll leave or I'll start something. But I don't think that that's the way that it works most of the time. Like, I think confidence is actually like a receipt. Confidence is evidence. Like, you get it after you've done the thing. So the first time that I posted a video, my brain had like no evidence that I could do it. But now I've posted 30 something videos and I actually have evidence. Like, some of them did well, some of them didn't. And I survived. I survived both scenarios, you know? And that's confidence. Like, not, I know that this is going to work, but like, no matter what happens, I'm going to be Gucci. And I think that's a much more useful kind of confidence to have. And I also learned very, very, very quickly that motivation could not be responsible for this experiment. Because motivation is wonderful. Like, she's just not dependable. Some days I could genuinely not wait to film. Like, I had an idea or I had something that I wanted to say. The camera came out and we were ready, child. Other days, nada, nothing, no profound thoughts, like no inspiration, no little like revelation from the heavens, just like me and my upload schedule looking at each other like. But the decision had already been made. And that taught me something about discipline that I really like. Like, I think that like discipline can simply mean that I made a decision when I was clear. I don't have to renegotiate that every single time my feelings change, you know, because when I ask myself every day, do I feel like filming today? Now we have like this meeting that's going on. Like, now we're taking a vote. Motivation gets a seat at the table. Fear gets a seat at the table. Perfectionism has invited herself, you know, and now everybody has an opinion. But when I've already decided that we're posting every day, there's no meeting. The question is not, are we doing this? The question is, okay, how are we doing this today? With how we're feeling, with where our mental energy is, how are we going to do it today? Not if, okay? And I think about how much mental energy we lose, like renegotiating decisions that we've already made. You decided that you wanted to apply or start saving money or to make the thing. You've decided that you want to start taking yourself seriously. And then every month you reopen the case. And maybe discipline is not about being tougher on yourself and speaking like this loud voice in your mind. Like, maybe it's just using the version that and relying on the version that already made the decision when you were clear, you know, calmly. It doesn't have to be all intense. This is where the experiment got really useful for me, because posting that many videos gave me enough evidence to actually start noticing patterns and like finding my people, being afraid to take up space, being exhausted from being the strong one, from overworking, questioning the identities and expectations we've built our lives around, like wanting something different and trying to choose ourselves and give ourselves permission to choose the things that we actually want. And suddenly I was able to see this thread that I would never have been able to see in the beginning. Like, these videos gave me data about my channel. But the experiment gave me data about myself, like, because I realized that like what I want to talk about and am very passionate about, like I'm interested in what happens when women who have spent years being responsible and capable and dependable and accommodating finally stop and they ask, wait, what is it that I actually want? And what have I been doing to choose it? What have I been doing because I thought that I was supposed to? What beliefs do I need to unlearn? What do I actually want to choose? And what would it look like to actually live it? Like, I did not have those words 30 days ago. And I think, I did, but not cohesively. And I think that's the point. Like, I could have sat down and started this channel and asked myself, like, what's my niche? Like, what's my message? Who's my audience? And maybe I could have come up with something cool, but it would have been a guess, it would have been too much of a guess. This is where I think YouTube, the YouTube part of this stops being about YouTube, because I wonder how many of us are trying to make permanent decisions when what we actually need is just an experiment. We think like, should I completely change careers? Maybe the experiment is like taking a class, or shadowing. Should I become a writer? Maybe the experiment is like writing every morning for a month or something. Should I start a business? And maybe that experiment is just getting one customer and serving them well. If you want to move abroad, maybe that experiment is just like spending a month somewhere, And if you want to start a YouTube channel, just start with 5 videos. That can be your mini challenge. We want the final answer of if this is going to work. But sometimes you just have to like keep those questions and move to get the answers. And yeah, man, I just feel like that's such a more gentle way of approaching changing your life. Like, you don't have to necessarily blow everything up tomorrow. You could become curious and test things and collect evidence. You could say, like, for the next 20 days, I'm going to try and pay attention to what happens and like all the micro growth that's going to come about. And that's what YouTube did for me. And the weird part is that as I'm celebrating 30 days of posting every day, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm still going to make videos, but I'm not going to post every single day anymore. Like, I'm going to go down to like 1 or 2 videos a week. And I think that this has to be one of the most important parts of this experiment, because sometimes we become so attached to proving that we're consistent that we forget to ask, like, is this still serving the same purpose that I created it for? So daily posting had a job. Like, I needed reps. I needed to get comfortable with being seen, being on camera, talking. I needed to stop treating every video like it had to be perfect. I needed to figure out what I wanted to talk about. Like, I needed data and information. And to prove to myself that I can keep showing up despite how I felt. And I got every single one of those things, So now the question isn't, can I post for another 30 days daily? I know that I can do that because I got that data. But the better question is, like, what is this season like requiring from me now? And now I want to just have more intention. Like, I want to make stronger videos. I want to think more deeply about what I'm saying. I want to have better conversations. I want to like see what the next 30 days offers and what I learned to apply to the next one. So the first discipline was publish. And now this discipline is going to be intentional. And I'm going to do that too. I'm going to knock it out the park. But anyway, I learned a lot about YouTube. I learned that titles matter, thumbnails matter. I learned that sometimes these videos that you think are super interesting, they get like 10 views. And sometimes you can casually talk about something that matters to you, and people are like, yes, like more of that, But as I said, like, the bigger lesson is knowing that I did not have to be ready and I did not have to know exactly where I was going. I needed enough courage to begin and enough consistency to stay long enough to learn something, and collect some good data. So if you've been waiting to feel ready for something, I don't know if this is me telling you to go out and start this thing tomorrow, but I am wondering if what you need is an experiment. Like, what experiments could you run? Like something small enough where you don't need any certainty, but real enough that it gives you information. Like maybe it is 30 days, but maybe it's only 7 days. The main important thing is to just ask yourself, like, what could I learn by trying? 30 days ago, I didn't know what this channel was. And now we have 57 people saying like, child, me neither, but I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see you figure it out. And maybe, yeah, the most important thing is that I know more about what I want to say and what I want to share and how I want to share myself. It's so much more valuable spending the last 30 days figuring that out versus like preparing to start, you know? Thanks for listening to this video, everybody. Video number 30. Wow. I will see everybody in the next video. Thanks for listening, guys.